Now, if you've attended the golf school, you've seen this apparatus before. It's a weight with a bar. I use the bar because I want to be able to show shoulder plane in the address position as well as in the rotation of the backswing. When I get in my setup, this naturally sets my body symmetry. When I have a weight at this point, it naturally sets my body symmetry. If you look at my feet on the screen, I'm very, very centered. Very centered in both boxes on each side. Drop this right shoulder a little bit. I'm still very centered. My left hip goes out, my right shoulder drops down. And if I rotate level, I have a very level rotation, you can see how centered I stay. I'm not moving into my right heel at all. I feel the load on the right side, and as I return, I come back through, and I can go all the way to my finished position and be right over this left side. If, on the other hand, let's do a couple of things that I just showed you in flare to begin with. So if I flare, I'll stand in balance here. Okay, now I'm going to flare the toes of my left foot. My hips just closed. I see a little bit of an open line in terms of path as it appears on the screen. My hips are definitely closed. What I'll find then, and I get in my setup, in my good symmetry, and drop this right shoulder, you can see how much more I can rotate in the backswing. When I turn through, I stop right here. I'm getting stuck, my hip line, I'm back to my square hip line position, and I'm not going to make it through any further. I'm going to hang back, or I'm going to flip at it with my hands or block it out to the right. I can also set that position from a closed alignment. Pull my right foot back on the mat, as you can see on the screen, 1 inch. That's 1 inch back. And now you can see with alignment that the angle now with the center of force definitely goes to a clothesline. My hips are closed. Get in my setup, rotate, I overswing, and we're right back to where we were. I get stuck, I'm going to hang back, I can't get through. If I do get through, my hands are going to work overtime. When my body stops, my arms and hands are going to start to work even more. Something I want to take out of my golf swing. If you want a core swing, you want to be working with your core, the large muscles of your body, not your arms and hands. You'll have much less probability of having injury. You won't have the back issues when you come off the golf course that many of us do if you'll do your back exercise and start to work on swinging with your core. Okay, let's look at what happens from an open stance line. I'm going to go 1 inch open here. As you can see on the screen, I get exactly the mirror image of what I got from a closed stance. I get in my setup, drop this right shoulder, and I'm done. I cannot rotate. I get stuck in the backswing. I can't rotate any further back. So my arms and hands are going to work up, and I will tend to spin out in the downswing. And I'm going to have trouble maintaining my balance. Balance, balance, balance. Absolutely everything that I've shown you is related to balance. Now, if you can use a heavy weight as you work on what I'm about to show you, I'm going to teach you motion, golf motion. You have balance, you have grip size, and you have symmetry. Now we have to add motion to that. So we're going to get set. You're going to set your power angle. You're naturally going to drop that right shoulder. The first thing you're going to do is find your stance width. The stance width where, when you checked your stance width, that your hands hang identical. You're going to have two positions where your hands hang the same at address. You want to use one of those when you do the motion drill. So I'm on one of my positions. I get set, and you can see when you look at the imprint of my feet where I am. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start my golf swing with my shoulders. My hips are quiet. I'm going to start turning back with my shoulders. Notice how I'm still balanced. And now when my hips want to release, I allow them to release. I have a 90-degree turn. I have a very level turn, as you can see from the bar. We're going to do that again. When you work on your motion drills, what I want you to do is work on your backswing first. When you have your backswing and you do it well, you're going to be ready to build the downswing. So we're going to go right shoulder down. I'm in my stance width. Slow motion. Start the club back, start the shoulders back, start the swing of the shoulders. And if you'll look at my left knee, it goes out and actually in the front of the ball. My shoulders turn level. If I turn too quickly, in my backswing. Get the shoulder set, everything goes quickly, my left side collapses and I've lost all my torque, all my power. And you'll notice how out of balance I am when you look at the imprint of my feet. So we're going to do this in slow motion. When you start the club back, you are winding the spring, the upper body, against the lower body. You're building torque. This is where your power is coming from. It's coming from your core. You're building the torque in the core. And the first place you're building it is in the backswing. Slowly, level turn, left knee goes out. Now, you want to make sure you're holding the flex in the right knee. When you work on this, not a bad idea to use a mirror. And when you look at the screen, you'll see that I am very much in balance when you look at the green and red boxes there as I go back. I'm very centered here. I have 29 pounds per square inch on the right, 14 on the left. So I'm not completely off the left side. Left knee is going out, but I'm building my power here. And again, slow back, shoulders start the golf swing, followed by, when the hips want to release, let them go, and we're good. Now we're going to start to work the downswing. Shoulders start the backswing. You're winding the top against the bottom. You're building the torque in the core. Now I'm going to show you how subtly you build power again in the downswing. Shoulders start the backswing, started by the hip, followed by the hips. In the downswing, the hips start the downswing, followed by the shoulders. So this is what your backswing looks like again. Rotated back. You'll see how balanced I am when you look at the screen. Now I'm going to start my hips. As I start my hips, they work as a piston. They don't move laterally. My left hip goes back, my left knee comes forward, my right hip comes forward, I should say. And as that happens, I build a little more torque right now. And my right shoulder comes to this point. Notice my eyes are still on the ball. My right shoulder brings my chin through and I go to my full finish position right over this left foot. Very solid over the left side. Let's do it again. You will build your power slowly. Less means more. So if you're trying to hit the ball with a backswing, meaning you're turning very quickly, you're going to collapse the left side and you're going to lose a lot of power. So when you practice, you want to be working, if you work this drill and you do it daily, 5-10 minutes a day for a week, you work on holding the flex in the right knee, you work on winding the top against the bottom, starting with the shoulders, starting with the hips down, it will start to spill into your full swing. Do not think when you go to the golf course. You'll start to find it on the range and then the golf course. Once again, we get set. Shoulder tilt, rotate the shoulders back, level turn. Big issue is the right shoulder is bringing my head through all the way to my finish position. And I can stand tall in my finish.